Hello again, precious friends. We're entering into the Christmas holiday season. You can see I've got my festive earrings on today. Yay! As we're making our journeys towards better health, we may be realizing that there's a lot about the holidays that is centered around food. And we've gotten past, I think, the biggest food-centered holidays of the year, which are Halloween and Thanksgiving. But Christmas is still pretty food-centered because Christmas is really a lot about food-related gifts. We like to, especially those of us who are creative in that way, we may like to make cookies or gingerbread houses or cakes, fruit cakes and things like that. Things that we're probably better off not participating in. Now, I know a lady who is a very creative baker, and she doesn't find it difficult to create elaborate baked goods and give them away as gifts and not taste them. And that was something that I considered doing because, as I may have said before, I was kind of the cook, the chef of the family, and I did all sorts of things. I made cakes for baby showers and birthdays and all sorts of very, very fancy creative things, which again got me a lot of recognition amongst my friends and family, and that makes you feel really good. And so when you elect not to participate in that anymore, which is what I did, I decided I couldn't participate in feeding my friends and family the kind of food that I knew would eventually end up being problematic for the majority of them. So I just couldn't participate in creating those things and giving them as gifts anymore because they didn't feel like gifts. They felt like sabotage. So more power to you. If that is what you feel like you want to do, I'm not going to condemn it. It was just something that I just didn't feel right in my heart about doing for me. So you might get to a point where there's a creative hole in you a little bit. There might be people who expect those sorts of things and look forward to those sorts of things from you. I used to make homemade chocolate candy at Christmas time, and for the past several Christmases, I have had people tell me that they miss me making my candy, and they're very understanding about why I don't anymore. But that gave me a little twinge, and I just thought we'd talk a little bit about if you have friends that appreciate homemade gifts, and if you've had a habit of making food gifts or giving food gifts, maybe there's something that you can, learn to do instead. I personally have taken up, well, I already knew how, but I've taken up more crochet, and I'm not prepared to show you anything that I've made at this very moment, but I will, I'll show you some things on a later video, I promise. And there's another thing that I wanted to mention is you can buy very, very simple little kits. This is a hanging planter kit, and I got it very, very inexpensively, only a few dollars, and it has everything you need except for the little plant to make a beautiful little hanging planter. And you can just purchase a little bromeliad or a little succulent or something at the local nursery, or even I think Walmart might even sell them. These little plant to put in, and it's something. It has everything you need in the kit. It's very simple, very easy, and it's something that people who appreciate handmade gifts might appreciate. There's all kinds of little kits like this. There's candle making kits at the craft store, soap making kits. Transfer your creative capacity to something else that's not food related. And those people that you love that appreciate getting personalized handmade gifts will certainly appreciate you making the effort to do something new. Plus the fact that it's really good for your brain. You know, switching off of the sugar and onto a more whole food sort of keto or carnivore diet does a lot for your brain power. It clears up your head. It gives you more energy. And, you know, you may not get that dopamine hit for creating the super, super cute cookies or decorative baked goods that you used to, but you'll still have that creative drive. And if your health is improving, you may find that creative drive is even stronger than it was before, because not only will you have that desire to create, but you'll have more energy and more brain power to create that. And learning to do something new is good for that. It's good for your brain power. It's good to keep your brain young. And it's very, very fulfilling to learn to do new things. So I would encourage you, for this Christmas, if you're accustomed to giving homemade food-related gifts, please look into something else, even if it's very simple. Those people who appreciate homemade gifts and handmade gifts will appreciate any effort that you make, I'm sure. So don't let the fact that we're letting go of problematic foods get in the way of sharing yourself with your family and friends and loved ones. And one last suggestion I'm going to make is, if you're good at drawing or sketching or even cartooning, or even if you're not good at it, just get your colored pencils out and some paper and go for it. And just be creative. Draw swirls and stars and whatever. But create coupons for those you love. And on each coupon, you make a book of about 4 or 5 coupons, cut them out and staple them together on the end, and just draw a little picture or make a little design and put a promise on one, like, you know, for a person who has a lot of kids, you know, one evening of babysitting to be redeemed. For, you know, or somebody who doesn't have a car, you know, a coupon for a car ride somewhere, somebody who doesn't drive, an older person perhaps, or one undetermined favor of your choice. If you know who to give these coupons to, you'll know who might take inappropriate advantage of such things and who won't. But that'll give your creative outlet something to do, and it will give you a way to serve the people that you love. And I guarantee you, somebody who receives a little coupon book like that is really going to appreciate it. And they're going to be entertained by the creativeness of it as well. So look around. Look for creative things that you can do that don't have to do with food. And invest some of your time in those. It will be good for you. It will be good for your creative spirit. It will be good for your soul. It will be good for your brain. It will be good for those people that you love, not to be served those kinds of foods that really, frankly, will eventually become a problem for almost everybody. And with having said that, I wish you all, just one last thing I want to remind you, everything that we did with regard to the Thanksgiving holiday can be applied to gatherings and parties over the Christmas holiday. All right? If you're eating unusually for how you usually do, just act like it's the most normal thing in the world, and you usually won't have any problem with it. Go back to the meditations, practice those if you're nervous about a particular event upcoming. But everything we did for Thanksgiving gatherings can be applied to any other kind of party or gathering that you might feel uncomfortable about. So that was it. Peace, love, and meat. I hope you are going to have a joyous, happy, fulfilling, communal holiday where you connect with all of your loved ones. And I will talk to you again soon with some more good news. Peace, love, and meat. Bye-bye.